Right, hello guys, and welcome back to EIR. We are here for round 9 of season 5. It's not season 5, season 3, but we move. It's because I was doing, what was it, Orion yesterday, and then season 5. Hello Reese, how are you, my friend? Right, so only 11 drivers tonight, unfortunately. Some people, maybe it's just me, but you seem super quiet. Is that any better? Are you sure you got your phone up? Maybe there's something in the settings. That's because I'm not in a pie. Dickhead. Right, anyway, let's get on board as a wolf. Hate the sound of the Ferrari. Absolutely disgusting. The outboard is fine. Onboard, right? Wait, what's that, brother? Of course, it's all apart from Despair, who's just come on the track. They're all Ferrari engines. Attendance goes crazy. Yeah. I mean, we did have 3 people back out within like the last kind of hour or so hopefully we'll be back to normal ways at Spain next. So fingers crossed. Get a bit better. When can we expect you back anyway? I see you playing Rocket League, so CSR Wall. So 3 DRS zones at this circuit. To be fair, over the next kind of few days I'm going to be messaging a few people if they want to join, because at the moment we have a fair few seats free within EIR. Fingers crossed we can get back to decent numbers again soon. Fingers crossed. Anyway, CSR Wolf into the final chicane. Wall of Champions to the right hand side. DRS wide open. It's going to be a 1 minute 12.7 for the first lap of qualifying. Unfortunately, against that, I was validated. Despair finished in the podium places last week, but unfortunately with penalties was demoted down to P4. Despair getting a lovely tow from the Red Bull ahead, which will be Despair into the final corner now. What a champion, raises it. Despair to the line, goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 1 minute 10.3. We'll go on board with Reese in the Haas car. He goes down the longest. Hello, little man. I have no idea what he wants to do. Reese into the final corner now. Oh, a little bit of a slide through there. Can he get to the top of the leaderboard? He does not. Goes to P2. I don't know where the moon is, little man. You can see my TV. Where do you think it is? There it is. Good boy. It's not on there anymore. It's on here now. Gangster Al to the line. Goes up to 4th. Here comes Let Joe. A 109.1 goes straight to the top. 1.2 ahead. We've got Bradford and Havoc currently on laps. We'll stick on board with the Alpine of Bradford. Squire, unfortunately, still not here. Bradford doing back-to-back laps, it seems. Into the final corner now. Lovely stuff. Thanks. Right, goes to 6th. Here comes Havoc. Only P5 for Havoc. Currently 3.4 off the fastest lap. We've got Risky Andy out on track. No, it's okay. You can put that one back. You can put it back. I don't need that one. I've got the one I need here. You can put it back. Go put it back on the chair, please. I bet everyone has had a great weekend. I can't help you. But for people who don't know, the person here shouting in the background is my son. Being as noisy as ever. Although he is a good fetcher. So Thomas, can you go get the monster? Yeah. Good boy. Got my own little personal, I've got to say bodyguard, but he's not a bodyguard. Anyway, Risky Andy. Good boy. Thank you. Shouldn't you be going to bed? Huh? I did say please and thank you. Please and thank you. Risky Andy into the final corner. Great tentative going through there. To the line. Goes to P5. Here comes on the bog, but he peels in to the pit and he has left the session. You found a letter? That's alright then, isn't it? Mummy. Mummy. Oh, I think John has disconnected completely by the looks of things. Hopefully he'll be able to get back into the session. Bradford, on the other hand, crossing the line once again. Risky Andy doing everything he can to spare. Currently up on his time. Don't know why you're coming in that quickly, but alright. Put it back in the box, please. No, don't open it. No, Thomas. Just leave it. Go put it back in the... No. Go put it in the box, please. Pain in the arse sometimes, I swear to God. Here comes Reed. I don't know if he's on an actual lap. Or he's breaking to the final corner, so I assume he is. Right up close to the barriers. Here comes Reed. Across the line. Stays in P3, but is now a 10th behind Spare. CSR Wolf currently up on his time. PC Clash. Great. It's a sign not to play this shit out of a game block. CSR Wolf to the line. It's going to be an improvement up to P4 still. Bradford on another lap, slightly down in sector 1. Joe looking to extend the gap at the top. What's the matter, little man? Put it back. Optic adventures out. Oh, and Joe's. Okay. Bradford currently 7.5 tenths up into sector 2, and he is on medium, so whether he's doing an absolute banging lap or someone needs to check his, I would say his hard drive, but he's on Xbox. Ah, beautiful. The final corner takes the shortest line to the line, goes up to P4. You haven't been swimming in a while, have you, little man? For Optic and BXCN currently out on circuit. Let's stick on board with John. Just let me know when you need an invite, mate, and I'll give you the invite. Actually, I'll see if I can do it now. Oh, Wolf's retired. Nope, gone too far. Are you there? No. So Wolf has done everything he can. It's actually a really good lap from Wolf, I can't lie. Let's see what Optic can do. Optic picking up a podium finish last week at Monaco, grabbing himself driver of the day. Could have been probably a different story if it was some people that crashed during a race. Could have potentially changed that result, but Optic picking up no penalties whatsoever and coming home with a podium to his name. As we await Optic down the back straight into. Oh, that might be a bit of a broken front wing. Oh, that's definitely someone. That was Spare, wasn't it? Yeah, of course it was. I think that put Joe off as well. John has time, plenty of time to get a lap on the board. BXCN and Optic both validating their laps. The Spare with half a broken front wing. Might see that a lot tonight, to be fair. Could see some safety cars. I don't think we saw one safety car at Monaco, I don't think. This time I actually have got RLT working, so that's always a good sign. It's working as it should. It wasn't working yesterday though, to be fair. I mean it worked for qualifying, but in the race it was like, nah, big man. I mean Optic had this that lick slap and validation. He's gonna come in, put a new set of tyres and try and go out again. So yeah, with the amount of drivers we do have tonight, everyone will get points if they finish. So that's always a good sign. Let Joe retires. I would imagine. That's what I was just doing back-to-back battles. Thomas, can you go to bed, please? Come on, go to bed. The child is being cheeky. Oh, Paddock was validated as well. We also have I'm the Fox. Let's see if he can actually finally get a lap on the board this time before disconnecting. I don't know if John likes Canada. I can't remember if he does. Although a load of these tracks he hasn't done in a long time. You got to remember, he only came back at the end of last season. So this is another track that he's had to relearn with the newer cars. Because back then, I think he was 2022, I think was the last time he raced. Then me and him pretty much swapped places. So I went to racing, he went to streaming. As I'm the Pog, absolutely cuts that corner but gets away with it. With 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Havoc also on a lap, but he is behind John. John fastest in sector 2. Let's see if he can get anywhere near his teammate. Red Bull, after last week, I think definitely gained points on Haas. It's very close between the two constructors. As John now right up against the wall, to the line, what can he do? He's only 4 tenths off his second driver into the 109, so this looks like it's going to be another Red Bull dominance here. The spare starting his lap now. Here comes Havoc on a flying lap himself. Raises up against the wall. That is going to be, he will improve. Goes up to 6th place, just ahead of the wall. Here comes Andy after a couple of races away. Goes up to 6th place, gets in between Havoc and Bradford. Bradford starting his flying lap now. Still waiting for Optic and VXCN to get to the line. I wonder if John will try and go again here. Maybe he feels like he can gain those extra 4 tenths. He will be going again. Absolutely cuts that corner. Right, the spare has validated. He might just be able to get back in. Here comes Reese. To the line. Gets up into 3rd. The spare starting another flying lap. Havoc, I think, is done for qualifying by the looks of things. Optic VXN still not to be able to get a lap on board. Reese currently 5 tenths up. Apparently, so he's 7.5 down. Chrissy Yandy comes to the pit. Bradford up to 4th. That is a solid lap. Havoc also comes in. Optic into the final corner now. Will look to try and get up to around where the spare is, I'd imagine. Can he do it? Gets in between the spare and Andy. Here comes VXCN. He goes up to 3rd, just behind the Red Bulls. The spare, the only driver on a lap now. Let's see what he can do. Spare now will look to try and get into the 108, and he's out of qualifying. The spare doing the spare things. No, I didn't do the app. That, everyone, we... Oh. Just under 4 tenths, John. That's not bad. But remember, points don't come in qualifying. So, all to play for in this race. Joe apparently doesn't really like this track, which he says about every track. I'm pretty certain at this point. So bro is waffling. Looks like a very cloudy start to this race. Oh. Not too long now. 2 more minutes, and then we can get the formation lap underway. Ready up now. formation lap is underway. Lots more drivers going for the harder option. What my prediction's going to be for this race? I reckon Joe, John, and then Brad. Oh, Reese is back in session. Break off the circuit for some reason. So here we go. 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. And I'm the Fog. He's got the better start than Joe, but Joe is going to lead into turn 1. Following suit, John runs slightly wide, and BXN moves up into second place, and now John is under pressure from Despair. Reese losing positions at the start of the race. So is Brad. Bradford has lost a lot of race. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's Andy going somewhere. And already a broken front wing for him. Hopefully Reese can get in soon. Power's back on. That's my power's back on. Try and get in as quickly as you can, mate. Should be able to BXN onto the back of Joe, and BXN is going to be this Grand Prix in Despair all over the back of I'm the Fog. But Despair will most likely be in a wall with about 10 laps time anyway. That is a joke. Despair up with a broken runway already. Whiskey Andy already into the pits. Race strategy. Oh, Despair losing the rear. Now he's going to be under a bit of pressure from Optic. Despair already a 3-second time penalty. That's what's going to happen eventually. Despair now out of DRS. So he is probably going to come under a bit of pressure here from Optic, and Optic has the DRS, and he is under absolute live passing to the inside. And into P4 he goes. Another dose of the DRS. BXN fastest lap of the race. Oh, we've got all the Ferrari teams at the back. That's nice. Oh, Brad losing the rear. He's going to become under pressure now. Spare right onto the back of Optic. As Joe now looks to retake the lead down the inside. DRS wide open and absolutely obliterates. Yeah. Run. I'm in me mum's car with an enemy. Yeah. We were supposed to have like 14, 15, but like we all dropped out like the last hour before the race, so. Simo has 5 people. Could see some rain here actually. Hopefully. I'll spice some things up. Oh, spare with another drift. Pro is doing a dramatic one. With Simo. Now. Looks like BX burned through the RS to the road and taking time. Yeah. John has not much DRS. The Despair retakes that P4, but he does have that penalty that he needs to be careful with. BX7, fastest lap of the race once again on the Pog, just out, well, it was just out of DRS, but he sneaked back in, and now he's back out of it. Oh, and Despair drifting once again. Joe and Despair was a little bit wide there. On the Pog has now left the session. I wonder if his PC has crashed again. Spare's been on another 5 rounds. And Spare up into 3rd. Your voice is a tiny bit quiet. I've literally got everything turned up. I don't know, I think it might just be my mic. Well, I have it turned up on everything else, so I don't really know what the problem is. Turn volume gears. To be fair, I did turn it up last time because people were complaining that it was too quiet. Right, John is back in the race, nearly hitting the wall. CSR Wolf already in the pits. I think he was on hard, but very early to hard, if that's the case. Ugh. That's fair. Fair enough. Yeah, I turned it up for because I think last week I had to use the Xbox like normally, because when I do commentary with Havoc on Wednesdays, his Discord likes to disconnect every now and then. So we were just like, you know what, we'll do Xbox, and it makes my voices louder because it's going through the Xbox instead of it going through the PC and then blah 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 blah. But here we go, on the Pog, now onto the back of Optic after disconnecting. This time he was able to get in, he disconnected, it wasn't that Monaco, it was the race before that, and he couldn't get back in, but luckily for him, he's back in this race, and gonna be within overtaking distance, I'd imagine, as he heads to the hairpin. 35 laps around this track. It's quite a short track, though. I think time-wise, it's one of the shortest. I think Austria is the shortest time track, with being less than, what is it, 65 seconds for a lap or something. Oh, just spares into the wall! How much of a broken front wing does he have now? That is a hefty chunk, I'd say. That is going to need replacing when he comes in. I'd imagine he... It didn't take him long. It took him 8 laps to put himself on the scoreboard. PXN is doing a great job, though, sitting in P2. I'm sure John would love to pick up a podium here after crashing out of a podium position last week. May see an early pit stop here from the spare. Optic now right onto the back of him. Should be another simple move going down this back straight. Optic within the slipstream. DRS wide open. The toe making it a very easy move. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. That's on despair, I can't lie. What the hell is he doing? Bro used Optic as a brake. I don't know if Optic would have picked up damage there. Despair would have. Bradford now picking up a 3-second time penalty. Despair now coming out in P9. He is racing, but he's gone to uni and he's having trouble, I think, with his internet and all that kind of stuff. And he's having to relearn pad as well. So, I don't know if he's coming back or not. Hopefully he does. But it might be another couple of weeks, I don't know. Andy now onto the back of Wolf here. To be fair, since the start of the season we have lost a lot of drivers. Albany got moved down to reserve, but he wasn't happy with the game. Exotic, as of yesterday, was moved down to reserve. Obviously, you left, Griff, like you didn't leave, you were taking a break. Who else? We had with David from game shit, though. Most of the first 6 weeks. Oh, now picks up a time on it. On the pog now coming back at the BXN. BXN tyres lights is starting to fall off. Are you coming backwards, Squire, or are you having to wait until you go back for like Christmas or that? Because if you're going to be going backwards, F1 not worth my time. That's fair enough. And off circuit. That is me. The only reason I'm not racing right now is make sure I have a woman to do, so that's disturbing. But I kind of agree. Like I said, I said this, when did I say it? Was it yesterday or was it some other time? I can't remember. But I said if you've got work, school, it would have been yesterday. Hope your mother's pleased with your service. BXN now picks up a 3-second time on it. BXN doesn't really make it a hard overtake. Yeah, even I don't get that phrase. That's just I'm a dumbass, but the women you're pleasing. Oh, BFCN is in. Are you trying to insinuate that he's shagging his mum? BFCN probably gonna skate a little bit wider. It should get out just ahead of Reese. Yep, just ahead. I'm into where you're shagging him. There you go, pause one. Pretty sure that's just a Norfolk thing, is it? I should know I'm from there. Don't like to admit it, but Havoc now onto the back of Bradford as Havoc picks up the second time running. But yeah, after I think tomorrow, after I've dropped my son off at school, I might even do it in the morning as well. I'm gonna message a few people to see if they're looking to race here as well. Joe's checked out. Shame he has no competition anymore. I know. But John probably could have kept with him, but he disconnected, so he's lost a lot of time. 8 seconds since that was. Yeah, it's pretty mental. I mean, fast penalty-wise, looking. But yet when I drive, the other side have to come. Fair enough. Like Optic hasn't pitted yet. It's then already the back, and Joe picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not like that's going to mean anything. Might get a bit bored now. See, Canada is still the penalty king. Yeah. It's either this one or Austria. And what else? Nothing more. Bahrain's quite an easy instead. Walks in the pits and here's DNF. Unsure why. Don't know why you're DNFing. You're guaranteed points. Yes, yeah, now onto the back of Havoc. It'll be a fairly simple move for the Aston Martin driver. doing himself any favours by staying on the medium. If there is a safety car, he'll be on hard and everyone else will switch. Well, funny enough, he has just pitted. For another set of mediums. Okay. He's probably opting to set us off to the end, I'm imagining. Even though he's hoping for a safety car. If it's a safety car like lap 25, 26, he would be in prime position for those stops. He doesn't come out too far behind the spare two there. Brad now being overtaken by BXN, so BXN back up into the podium positions. If he can avoid a pen, he should still be in for a good result. Yeah. I mean, Optic is he is one of those. I think there's some tracks where he does struggle to get podium. I mean, at Monaco, he was absolutely fine. I mean, I don't get how you pick up pens at Monaco, because there isn't that many places you can really pick them up. Apart from the chicane out of the tunnel. That's really the only place I can really think of. I'd turn one and cut it, but... But he's doing well. Spare now overtaking Reese. Reese also has a 10-second time range to be added on to his final time as well. So, let me just check if RLT is actually working. Of course it is. That's because I'm on the wrong one. There we go. Now it's working. Be interesting to see when the hard runners come in. Because you've still got Brad Havoc. That was someone, I think. I think that was Brad having a bit of a spin there. For a little bit of a moment. Lap 20, I'd imagine. Yeah. Well, John will probably next that out some time on it. I reckon John might stay out for one more extra lap. Joe being the lead driver. So John will probably be on the Prussian mediums, I'd imagine. I don't know if you can go to softs to the end from like lap 20. I know tyre deg isn't that high at Canada. Well, it didn't used to be anyway. But like Joe's still only 8/10 off his best time, so I mean he's not really losing a lot of time here. So we'll see what he does this lap. Continues on, so see what John does. He might pit early. He's also going to stay out. So BXCN, by the time these two pit, BXCN could lead, potentially. But they're going to be on really old tyres, so Now optic up to 7th. Spare is just clattered the wall again. Oh, no, yeah. But optic is on an absolute charge. Well, Joe's now coming up to lap Andy. So that'll be interesting. Joe appears to have carried on. Optic now within DRS of the spare, but the spare's going to get some DRS off Havoc behind, in front of him, sorry. Havoc, he might be in a little bit of trouble here actually. Does the spare go for the move? Not this time because Havoc comes in to the pits. Forces Reese to stay out for an extra lap. I think the spare might have to pit again as well. I don't think he'll get these mediums to the end. Here comes Optic. Takes that out also into the pits. Both Red Bulls carry on once again. The spare now onto the back of Bradford and spare up. Oh my god. The spare also might get a penalty for hitting off. Well, depends if Optic sends in. I'd imagine he will. I'd wait till the back straight to do the overtake. Havoc, I think, Raj about gets out ahead of Havoc, so that played that brilliantly. There comes Optic. Should be another simple move. Once again, the Red Bulls stay out even longer. They may even go, oh my god. That did look incredibly late from the spare, I can't lie. No safety car either. Ooh, bit annoying on the spare though. Yeah. I think the wall like sticks out ever so slightly as well there. It was like there, isn't it? Where he overtook. So yeah, it does kind of. I reckon we give to Spare an extra point every time he doesn't pick up a penalty. Oh, now he's lost a shitload of time. Oh, I don't know when. I reckon they're gonna go soft to the end. You know? I generally can see them going soft to the end. Just go with crash and last floor and you see it coming. We'll stay on board with them just in case. I actually think the Red Bulls are gonna go to the end, not softs. I can definitely see it being that way. I think the Spare will need to pit still. I don't think he can get to the end on these tyres. Reese definitely needs to pit. Andy needs to pit. Anyone else that really needs to pit? BXN I think will be fine. These guys have done 24 laps on their hard, so I mean, I don't think BXN has anything really to worry about. Yeah, I think the Spare really is Optic needs to pit too, as he has used 2 meters. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He did start on mediums, didn't he? Let me just check. Oh, that's all bad. Yeah, medium. So he definitely needs to pit once more. But he'll go softs to the end. Probably hope that these two ahead of him. Lap 26 and 35 though. It's going to be very interesting to say. Spare is losing all sorts of pit on these mediums, so I reckon he'll be pitting fairly soon. Joe goes for one more lap. BXN has already lost time on John. John continues on for one more lap. Yeah, I reckon we'll see the Spare into the pits once more. Oh, it's starting to rain. That's why they've stayed out. Interesting. That's why Optic has also stayed out, I'd imagine. There'll be another couple more laps until I'd say into I needed. Yeah. That's actually really smart from Optic, I can't lie. Fair play to him. Probably also why Reese has stayed out and Andy. I don't think it'll be too long until we start seeing some Reese pit. As I think we have VXCN coming in for a set of inters. The Spare following suit. Had a change there. Reese also coming in. Hopefully Havoc doesn't want to come in. He does not. We will probably now see the Red Bulls in, I would imagine. Should be a big enough, yeah, it's definitely a big enough gap for both to get in and get out again. Yeah, John losing all sorts of grip. Joe into the pits. I'd imagine John will now follow suit. Continues for one more lap. Very interesting. Optic into the pits as well. Spare now looking to get past Havoc. Havoc also staying out. It's going to be close. I wonder if John thinks he can get to the end. He's just lost 3.4. I reckon we will be seeing. Oh, that was so extremely wide. Optic round the outside. He's on the pod coming this time, he does indeed. DRS disabled. Away flight. Should get well out ahead of me at the end. Might be a little bit closer than was originally thought. Optic is back up ahead into fourth. On the pod, out of the pits. We'll have a lap car or not. Risky Andy going through. BXCN has caught up quite a bit. Despair's now ahead of Optic, but with about 20,000 penalties. We should now move up into sixth, but remember he does have that 10 seconds to be added on at the end. Who got the fastest lap? Joe, of course. Not that many laps to go now. Ugh. I don't think Optic will put it down with a late crash. Yeah. I mean, a late crash now would be quite fun. I gave Optic a podium, and John probably the win. I don't think it'll be a safety car though, but escape through there. Goes out, but it's another time penalty. 15 seconds. Reese would also move up, but because he has a time penalty being added. Not too long to go now, look. Okay, start to... Well, Joe, I think Joe could probably pit again. Ooh. Nearly pushed himself into the wall there. I still think he could pit and get out ahead of John. Lap 33 at 35. And Joe has done absolutely brilliantly again. Not really put a foot wrong. Nice little battle at the start with BXCN, but once the strategy came into things, that Joe has come out on top once again, and he will extend that championship lead. Gangster Al picking up a time penalty. Bad for doing everything you can to make sure Reese keeps safe, even with his 10 seconds. I mean, Brad's caught up by a good old chunk over there. Reese with his Verstappen helmet, of course. As we are now on to the final lap, just realised. Joe's just started that final lap. And then you've also got Brad's penalty as well, so which is another 12 seconds. So I think Reese will keep P6. As we head back on to Joe, as he heads into the hairpin for the final time. Yellow flag, I think that's Yandy. Spin, no, that's a spare. Having a spin, but Joe through the final corner. He has driven exceptionally well today, and Let Joe wins the Canadian Grand Prix. I'm the Fog, a good old chunk behind him. Saying that, I think Reese might lose P6 to Hamilton. I'm the fog through the final corner now, and he's back on the podium. 34 seconds behind. BXDN comes home in P3, just about. Despair through the final corner will finish P4 on track, but he's going to lose a fair few places. Optic going to come home in P4. Beautiful drive from him. Reese. Another exceptional race. Finishes in P5, but with the 10 seconds, finally a good result. It's been too long. Yeah. Reese will lose that. I think he just kept P6 though. Right. Let's see if we can get these bastards into the call. So there we have it. I'm the Pog. Finishes in P2 just behind Let Joe. BXCN in P3. Optic in P4. Reese in P5, which will get put down to P6. Despair P5. Reese P6. Havoc P7. Bradford P8. Andy P9. Gextile in 10th. And CSR will be in Uni. Crash. Well, I say crash. DNF. Hello.
1 minute, Chief. I can't hear you.
That's a big L.
There we go. I can hear you now.
Beautiful.
Finally, mate. A good result.
Yeah, about time.
Fucking right.
I now need to change it to. Right, move that fucking way. Interviews. Just wait for BXCN. Considering the 10-second on my head, the disconnect, the missing 4 laps, and terrible pace, I'll take P6. He literally just copy and pasted that. What a noob. Yeah, so we're just waiting for BXTN.
Who was it? BXTN I got P3? Nice.
Yeah.
He says he's got to jump off, mate.
Oh, fair enough. We'll start with you then, John.
Oh, man.
Yeah, P2 in qualifying, P2 in the race.
Yep.
Obviously, with a little bit of a disconnect as well.
Yeah, this game hates crossplay, bro.
Yeah, I
absolutely hates it. Then my PC, well, I disconnected in the race, and then my PC just straight up fucking crashed. So
maybe it's
that's fun.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, a pretty decent race after 2 races of not scoring. Is it 2 races you haven't scored points at now?
Yeah, I didn't score.
You crashed. You couldn't race at the race before that because, again, you disconnected and then couldn't take control of your car.
And my car DNF for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah, nah. It must be good to get back on scoring points, but not only that, back on the podium. So just give us a few words from your race tonight.
Yeah, I mean it was clean, right? Didn't get any pens or anything. I don't even think I got a warning. That's a dub. It's just a shame that I actually genuinely disconnected when I was following BXTN and Joe. because I was right there with them, just vibing. And then by the time I got back, because the AI is only set to 60 for God knows what reason, I lost like 8 seconds, and I was like down in P2, P4. Sorry,
It was 40, by the way, last season. So that's why it's up to 60.
mate. Just dunk it up to 100, mate. If people can't beat 100 AI, mate, they shouldn't be in the league.
Great.
But yeah, I lost so much bloody time when I disconnected, and it actually infuriated me. But kept a cool head. Don't know what happened to BXTN. I'm assuming he got damaged because as soon as Joe was able to check out, I just reeled him in lap after lap, and which is strange because
I think his tires were just dying a lot.
that's strange. I don't know why his mediums were dying off that quickly, because they can last like 15, 20 laps no problem. So that's crazy. But yeah, saw Joe was ahead by like 6 or 7 seconds after I passed BXTN, and then I tried to up the pace a little bit, but then I had a bit of a moment where I nearly lost the car. So I thought, fuck it, I'm not even gonna bother trying to push myself and go for the win. I'm just gonna drive at 90% like I always do and secure a P2, because I haven't had a good result since Saudi Arabia. You know, for fuck's sake. The one race I won, round 2, and I haven't been on the podium since. So I need to get my consistency back. And yeah, I put in a little bit more practice throughout the week. Not as much as I should have. But yeah, once I saw,
I think you need bronze back in your life.
yeah, I mean, once I saw Joe well out ahead, and I knew I'd have to push to even get close, because pace wise we looked pretty similar. The gap was staying at like 7 seconds for a good like 10 laps, and then I made that bit of a mistake, pushing a little bit too hard. So that's why I decided to just settle down and just keep P2. But yeah, it's a good race. I'm happy with that. Not a win, you know, but P2, mate, you know, better than what I've been getting for the last 5 weeks. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
Easy dubs.
Yeah.
And that's 1-2. So, you know, I'm not letting Joe down anymore in the constructors until next week.
Yeah. Next week.
Nah, but Joe was phenomenal. His pace was solid. But yeah, without that disconnect, I reckon it could have been a very different race. But we'll never know. It's just unfortunate, really.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your P2 nonetheless.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Our qualifying was shit as well, because I crashed and I just had to throw a lap on the board, and it was good enough for P2. So, I mean, I'll take that and all.
Only 3 temps off.
Yeah, only 3 temps. I mean, I'm disappointed considering practice I was doing 8.7s, 8.6s. So, you know, whatever. We move on to next week.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. We'll move over to the race winner. Is there really any point in interviewing you anymore? Because you're always on the top spec every time. It's like, is there any?
Oh no, I've come P2.
See, the thing is, right? You said literally about 3 hours ago, probably a little bit further off the point. You said, "I don't really like Canada," and yet you're here.
I don't.
I think we should try and find you some competition, because I think your team is probably the closest. And he
well, I mean,
I
do think if John didn't disconnect and have all the problems that he had, I do think it probably would have been a lot closer, like a really lot closer. Probably would have just been us two battling till the end of the race. But as you said, you know, when I checked out, yeah, it's just hard to sort of rail that gap in. And when you're pushing that hard on tyres that are just dying every lap, it's just very hard. So it's just one of them. But I done my best, and you know, I kept the tyres in shape, and just, you know, was able to extend the gap and just, you know, control it from there.
You could have got 4 points as well, but you went and decided to get a penalty, so you don't get.
Yeah, I just had a moment at sector 1, I think it was.
Yeah, I did say, like, we're going to see a lot of, which asked to spare. He likes to get a load of penalties.
Oh no, he had about 18 weeks worth of penalties, mate. That was after lap 2.
Honestly, I said in the stream, I was like, if whatever race he doesn't get a penalty here, he's going to get an extra point just because it's him.
Tell you what, it was actually pretty funny because I was in a party with Brad and Bobby, and I just hear Brad go, "Oh, Despair's got a penalty," and then I hear Bobby going, "How? It's lap 1."
Yeah. He did pick up the penalty very
Oh,
early. I don't know
God.
how he
To be
did
fair
it.
though, Canada is rough on
Yeah.
the track. It's like that second chicane because it's blind. It's so easy just to cut that
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
I was just surprised at how far BXT dropped off. Because their mediums just died.
I mean, we'll never
Yeah.
know.
That was strange.
Because he done about 8-10 laps and then that was it. Because I
Yeah.
did some in
So, you
GP.
know how Despair, when he pitted, right?
Mm.
He
Yeah.
clattered right into the back of Optic.
Oh, wow.
Optic overtook him going down the back straight, and then obviously Despair was coming into the pits. And obviously he isn't going to slow down enough, so he just rams into the back of Optic.
What a
So-
fucking idiot.
So, yeah,
Oh, God.
Let me guess. I thought you were pitting too. Fuck
I mean,
off.
they are currently. I mean, I'd say arguing. Now Despair's doing his usual stuff and saying that he's quicker and all that kind of stuff, like he usually does. But yeah, I mean, solid points for Red Bull extending the gap at the top, and Joe extending your gap at the top as per bloody usual. But yeah, we will be back next week, I think, for Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
Woo.
Joe, you gonna win
Pain.
that one as well?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Do us a favour, mate. Can you hit that random little bump on the penultimate corner and just fuck off to space?
Is there any weeks that you're not planning on turning up to?
Spa. It's my birthday. I don't know if I'll be racing.
Well, there you go. Everyone can win that.
I don't know about that. Yeah, probably
To be fair though, I think like if I didn't have a lot of like numerous issues throughout the season so far, I definitely think it'd be a little bit closer. Like Joe would definitely still be ahead, but it'd definitely be a lot closer in the championship, I feel.
We have
Yeah.
had.
I've just had 5 or 6 weeks of like disgust and luck. Like I got disconnected from Australia, then I had like the FPS glitch where I kept
Yeah.
losing frames, and like being on PC, you know, like the crossplay on this game is wank because I seem to be the only person that ever seems to disconnect, and I think it's just down to the crossplay feature. It's just not good.
I reckon EA need to sort their shit out and move to a better engine instead of this.
I mean,
shite
look at me in Miami, mate. Like I won
Yeah.
the sprint. I had the pace to win the main race, but it wouldn't let me take control of my car, and my car just DNF'd in the main race. I lost so many points just in that race alone.
Australia as well, mate.
Japan, I got shafted by the game because my Delta didn't appear, and I got a drive through. So
Australia.
like Australia, my FPS drops. Monaco was my own fault.
Bro, what?
Where else have we been? Imola.
Imola was weird because I've never driven around there before, and I was just slow. And I dropped the car, and then like driving at the back with those that are in the back, like those that aren't in the top 5, it's honking. So I'm playing bumper cars because it's horrible,
Anyway, I
mate.
need to wrap the stream up. I will be live again Wednesday for the final stream for Broke Boys because I can't do it no more after this week. And then we will be back next week, same time for Spain, unfortunately. But until then, guys, we'll see you soon.